Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of All Things Life and Sports with Kyilan Thomas. I have a special guest for you guys. Y'all have been waiting on this one. Somebody that can come on here and talk about why FSU should be in, even though they shouldn't. See, he got his FSU stuff. Let's go ahead and first and foremost introduce yourself. Let everybody know.
Hey, my name is Trent. I'm here with my daughter, KT1, Kyilan Thomas. I'm Trenton Thomas. We've been wanting to do this for a long time. We finally here. I'm just here to set the record straight about my Seminoles because I've been watching all her podcasts, and so let's get into it.
As y'all can see here, FSU left out of the playoffs. Michigan 1, Washington 2, Texas 3, Alabama 4, and FSU is out. All right, so FSU left out of the playoffs. Your thoughts?
So, and it's kind of what the national media has been saying, and I kind of hate to be with the go along, get along game. But if the committee would have left us out when we played Florida, say we was the 5th best team in the country, I could have maybe accepted that a little better than we win all our games, we took care of our schedule, and you mean to tell me it's like 2 or 3 one-loss teams in the playoff, and we undefeated. And I get it. Like, I'm from the BCS era. Kyilan, she don't know about the BCS era when we was doing the computer stuff. So I'm from that era, and we hated, people hated that. I'm going to say we, but people hated that too. But for them to leave us out as a Power 5 school, I'm still confused, and nobody hasn't been able to explain it to me.
See, here's the thing about FSU. Y'all say Power 5 school, Power 5 conference. Okay, I understand, but y'all have to look at the ACC. Like, who are y'all beating in the ACC? Like, if I go
but all I'm saying is they didn't say that when Clemson was dominating. They didn't say that when Florida State was dominating in the 90s and the 2000s. They weren't saying that.
But that goes to that's kind of what I've been saying. Like, FSU don't have that pull that y'all think y'all have. And then, like they said, it's at the end of the day, it's a business. They went for to use the last spot for the last year of the 4-team playoff on FSU. Like, there's no way you could have left Bama out. They beat Georgia. I don't even think Georgia should have been left out, honestly. But
I agree. I think Bama still should have been left out.
You think Bama should have?
Yeah, absolutely. You mean to tell me Georgia, who won all their games, they won all their games except they lost the last one. In the conference championship, they took care of their schedule. They just, some stuff happens. It's college football, stuff happens.
What I think y'all gripe should be with, I think if anything, I would have given y'all Bama 3, y'all 4. The gripe should be with them putting Texas in. I don't remember everybody, like with Texas, who was the Texas A&M had that great season. Nobody was clamoring for them to be in.
Look, all I'm saying is Alabama won on a Hail Mary. I mean, the week before.
But like you tell me, they won the game though. Like you tell me about y'all skill that they won. Look, you can't leave Bama out. They beat Georgia.
I agree.
So you can't leave them out. But if anything, it should have been Bama 3, y'all 4, if you want to have that conversation. But they doing the head-to-head, which I don't think that should be the only metric, because that wasn't the only metric for y'all being left out. So it should have been Bama 3, FSU 4. But because of that head-to-head, they had to put Texas in, which I don't agree with. Y'all beat them in week 2. They beat Alabama in week 2 after Miro being benched. They ain't know if he was going to be. It was just a lot going on.
Right. And we had 3 wins against the top 25 team, LSU, Clemson, and Louisville. And I know you're going to say, man, come on, man. We talking about LSU, we talking about Clemson. Come on now. I know you're going to say that. But I'm just saying, and I think Alabama had 4 wins, and they beat a team. See, this is what I hate when people bring up revisionist history. they'll say, "Oh, Alabama beat Georgia, who had just won their last."
See, that was
100 games. I don't care about last year. I don't care about the year before.
I agree with that, though.
I don't
care about people talking about Georgia being undefeated for 2 years. Like you said, that's this year. They had Stetson Bennett. They had all that. That's no longer there, so you can't use previous schedules. But I give y'all LSU, but who is y'all quarterback when y'all play LSU?
We went undefeated with our third string quarterback.
But I said I didn't think FSU was a top 4 team when y'all had Jordan Travis, honestly, because the eye test for me, y'all wasn't a top 4 team then.
But we was winning games though.
I get y'all that, but Clemson, if Buddy make that kick, this ain't even no conversation. They called the dude off his couch to come kick for them. If he would have made that kick, we wouldn't even be having no conversation. That's what led to y'all having an overtime in Clemson. So if he make that kick, we ain't even having this conversation. Miami, y'all barely beat Miami. They talking about that was a safety on Jordan Travis. I saw the clip.
It was close.
Clearly, safety.
It was close.
So that's what I'm saying. Even in the games y'all won in the ACC, they still weren't top 4. Like y'all still ain't. But then I get what you say. It's rivalries, so you can't expect to just dominate a rivalry. So I give you that point, but still, I didn't think y'all was top 4, even with them.
We was undefeated. We can move on to the next subject. We was undefeated.
So that's FSU. On to the next. You are a big Laker fan. Me, I was more so of a Kobe fan, but when he retired, I kind of have favorite players. But you're also a Laker fan. They won the in-season tournament. They're hanging a banner for the in-season tournament championship win. NBA News comes out and says the Lakers will unveil an in-season tournament banner. As we can see here, this banner is right alongside the championship banners. I mean, wow.
Preposterous. I don't even know what other type of adjective. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, Kobe ain't hanging no banner. And then, not only not hanging banners, right? We come off of winning that tournament. We come off winning that tournament and went on, I don't know the number, but we went on like a 4-5 game slide. 1-4. 1-4. We just, and I think we just won the other day, last night. We just won last. So, did it take too much out of him? And LeBron's still playing at a high level. I'm not taking nothing away from LeBron and what he's doing to make it, if you want to talk about individuals, but we ain't hanging no NC. We ain't hanging no college tournament down. Man, it's the NBA.
For me, I still don't really, I get what the commissioner, Adam Silver, is trying to do with the NC. You're trying to spark viewership, but the incentive is you got to make the incentive greater for people to actually take it serious. Because Lakers 1-4, Pacers 2-4 since that win.
Both teams struggling.
Yeah, both teams struggling. So it's like, were they like the only ones that really cared about the win? I'm not saying for $500K, the guys that are lesser on the bench, that's a lot to them. But you need your star players to really care about the in-season tournament. And I'll give LeBron that. He seemed to, when it comes to anything, LeBron going to go out there and play.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I've heard coaches complaining about players padding stats and to get themselves in different positions in the tournament. Why are we doing that? This ain't college. This the NBA, and I get it. One thing I will say, since the pandemic, there's been a lot of changes in all businesses and the sports league, if you will. But this in-season tournament, I ain't no big fan of it. I mean, I'm a traditional guy, and I know tradition ain't always good, but we ain't hanging banner. Magic them ain't hanging banner. James Worthy them ain't hanging banner. Kobe ain't hanging banner.
And then the picture of it, the banner is right beside the championship banner.
Right.
So it ain't even off in its own.
We can put that in the corner. Because at the end of the day, we don't win the championship. Don't tell me we won the in-season tournament to try and justify we ain't win the championship, but
we won the in-season tournament.
We were the 40-game champions.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't really understand it yet. I think for me, the in-season tournament, like I said, the incentive has to be greater if you really want teams to really come and compete hard. Like I said, Alvarado came out on the Pelicans and stated that 500K would mean a lot to him, what he would use for his family. So I understand, but those players on the bench like that, they're not gonna win in-season tournament. No. You need the stars to really care about. So you got to make the incentive greater. I think they should do the format kind of how they do in soccer with your Champions Leagues. This league, you got this. They need to make the format like that if you really want to spark viewership. Let these teams overseas, like we say that the Noah Lyles came out with the comment about the world champion of what. Do something like that. Put a championship with the G League can come in and play if y'all really want to spark viewership. Let's get into these Jaguars. I mean, just another L.
That's the head scratcher. That's the frustrating part. Again, it just we can't get out of our way. And that's the frustrating part because we do some really good things, and then it's a play or two here and there that keep us from scoring.
It's just so. My only problem with them is the inconsistency, and I don't know if it's the offensive line and or if it's the defense, but the offense be putting the defense in a lot of bad predicaments, in my opinion. But the defense can still play a little bend but don't break, and they don't. They break every single time. They break. It ain't no bend, don't break. They break. I don't know what's going on the back end. I don't know what's on the front four. Josh Allen can only do so much. He's actually been playing, I think, pretty good. A lot better than what I thought. Yes. But he can't do them by himself. Yeah. And it used to be, there it is. We'll leave somebody wide open, running right across the middle of the field. I ain't really seen that. But we having these shootouts, or we having these 20-7 games that the offense can't do anything. Like, I think I was watching something and they was talking about Travis Etienne. What if his name was Travis Johnson? Would we even be talking about it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I don't know. Like, well, I'll let you talk, and then I got another thing I want to discuss about the Jaguars.
But, yeah, like you said about the offense, this going to get us within Jazz Twitter, but that's not a big microcosm of Jazz fans. But Trevor got to play better. I'm sorry, he is not beyond reproach. He's not beyond criticism. Just because we criticize and say Trevor need to play better does not mean we think he's a bust. Does not mean we think he need to go. No, he needs to play better. 2 fumbles, like the 1 fumble, he just,
nobody
and I will put it in
nobody
for y'all to see. The ball just comes, and that's points we lost there. Brandon McManus missed 2 kicks. Trevor fumbled at the end. That's points we lost. So if you look at it, we had 4 or 5 possessions in the Ravens territory. And if we want to be the team that we think we can be, you got to win those games. Like the interesting stat: Chiefs, Texans, the first game against the Texans, 49ers, Bengals, Ravens. All of those were national home games that the Jaguars have for us to come show what we can do on the national stage. And in those games, the Chiefs, Texans, 49ers, Bengals, Ravens have all outscored the Jaguars 145-67. So in all of those games, the offense only put up 2 touchdowns out of all those teams. 2
Now, all I'm saying is, so CJ Stroud, a rookie, right? So I'm cause they in the same division. So
they ain't gonna like this right
so we gotta talk apples and apples. It ain't apples and oranges.
Yep.
So if you look at Trevor Lawrence QBR, 60.2. We talking about franchise quarterback. Franchise. 3,500 yards passing, 18 T's, 10 picks. That's pedestrian to me. And then you look at his counterpart in Houston, that's on their tail, 3,600 yards, 20 and 5. That means 20 T's, 5 picks. Now his QBR is a little bit lower, but he a rookie.
Yep.
But I like the way CJ playing right now, opposed to my own quarterback. I
don't want to hear CJ weapons and stuff. Trevor got ETN, Ingram, Ridley, Kurt, Zay Jones, and Doug Peterson as your head coach.
Did you say ETN too?
Yep, said ETN. So I just don't know what's going on with the offense. Like we were 2-5 at home,
and we love the Jaguars fans.
exactly.
But I'm tired of people trying to protect Trevor and protect Doug. Something going on down there in that stadium. Like we were season ticket holders. Last year we stopped because every year I'm getting hyped up. Yeah. And we still go to the game now. We just not season ticket holders. We tailgate. We have fun with the fans. But I'm not investing all my energy into them like I used to because I'm tired of seeing the same thing. It's like fool's gold. I'm like Steve, they talk about the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's that's just what it is.
Like he said, they stopped being he stopped being season ticket holder. Like for me, you know how I am. Like I said, we both are huge Jazz fans.
Huge fans.
And I was like, I wonder why you stopped the season tickets. But I see like you paying season ticket money to just see them beat the Colts and the Titans at home. We had a great home schedule too.
Yep,
like
great home
schedule. Just for us to get outscored 145-67. Then we talk about the fans. We are not an elite fan base. Let's go ahead and get that out the way for y'all people on Jazz Twitter that get mad when people say we're not an elite fan base. But you can't blame us. It's the team when we going out in the heat, in the Chiefs, in the September game. Y'all want us to get loud, cheer for the fans, loud on defense. It's hot. Then just supposed to get loud in Mahomes to dance around and hit Kelsey or somebody.
And what Doug Peterson said in his post-game interview?
At the end of the post-game interview, it was the game before the Ravens, said the defense couldn't communicate because of how loud the fan base, how loud we were at home.
If you're on the field, were you on the field?
No.
Could you hear the crowd?
Yeah, I could hear it.
No.
What do you mean?
If you're on the field and the crowd, as loud as they are when we're on defense, we have to reiterate communication, and that's all it is. It's just double check.
We're at home. That's what I'm like.
I ain't never heard a head coach say nothing that crazy.
Say that in no
That's crazy.
press conference.
I've never heard no coach say that in no press conference.
Then they try to come out and justify it and say, well, I mean, Mike Caldwell and them try to say, well, it's loud. You do got to communicate. That is, but you don't say that. And like you said, I've never heard a coach say that in a press conference. Like never. So I'm like, well, what you want us to do? You want us to be quiet? Do you want us to come to the game? So
hey, but not only that. When we at the game, right, we sitting down. It's a big drive going, right. What they put up on that big board? Cheers. Get loud.
Get
what
loud.
you think we was doing, dog?
Exactly.
We was getting loud.
Yep. Just for you to come out and say that's why the defense couldn't communicate because of well, let's just be quiet so the other team offense
they can hear all the snap calls.
Communicate.
They ain't got to run no silent snap counts. They can say huh, and get us offside. Whatever excuse y'all want to use.
Yeah, that's
and then to piggyback off that, we complain about prime time. How the Jags don't get prime time? When they throw us a bone, we went to bed.
Yep.
We had New Orleans. We had New Orleans on a Thursday night. We had Cincinnati. We had the Bengals and the Ravens.
Yep.
What was our record against all of them?
Against our 0-3. Yeah,
Yeah.
0-3.
What? 0?
No, when we won that Thursday night.
We beat
Yeah,
New
we
Orleans.
won that
We beat New
Thursday
Orleans.
night.
What you think the NFL gonna do to us next year?
Oh, I don't want no more prime time just for us to see us get embarrassed. They need to show me consistency before you throw us on prime time for us to. How y'all let Jake Browning come in here and dice us up like that? Now he's played great. Like I picked him up on my fantasy. Now this week he ain't do nothing for me, but he has played great. But that was
he looked like Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was his second start. It's not like he had some games in
Some reps, right?
Yeah, if
right.
we're the team that we are supposed to be, you cannot let a backup quarterback in his second start dice you up like that. That wasn't even the offense that game.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Browns, it's still people, the Ravens, still people really blaming the defense. It is not always the defense.
Right.
Even the Browns, we put up those points. How many turnovers did the defense get to put us in those scoring positions? Just for the Jaguars to also turn the ball over. What, we had like 3-4 turnovers that game?
Yep. Because sometimes you need your defense. Sometimes the they play off each other, but sometimes you need one to be better than the other.
Yep.
Both can't be bad because that's disastrous.
Yeah.
So
with that being said.
Oh, and then probably not this podcast. Maybe down the line we're going to talk about this stadium. Should taxpayers help fund this stadium? I'll give you my thoughts on that down the line.
Yeah, but the way it's looking, I don't blame them if they don't want to help the team because they don't do nothing at home no way.
Mm-hmm.
But so with that being said, we about to wrap it up with the Jaguars playoff hopes. Our remaining schedule, we got the Bucks today, later on, Panthers, Titans. Colts remaining schedule. Falcons, Raiders, Texans.
What's Houston?
Texans remaining schedule. Browns today, Titans, Colts. So the Titans and the Texans and the Colts have to play each other that last game.
And right now we in first place.
Yeah, right now we tied for first place. Now if we win out, then none of this matters.
Won't matter, right?
Yeah.
But I don't believe we went out. But
Which one you think? That's what I was about to ask. So do you think we win today against the Bucks?
No. Baker Mayfield is playing elite. I don't know. Maybe I'm using the word too strong. He's playing great.
Yeah.
I mean, they playing great right now.
Yeah.
And if we lost to like Browning and whoever else, I just don't see us beating the Bucks today.
That's what I said. That's a great point. I have them winning today. I think they win out. But if they win today, I think they win out. They gonna beat the Panthers. I mean, you gotta beat the Panthers. If we don't beat the Panthers, then we don't need.
We don't deserve to
yeah,
go to
we
the
don't
playoffs.
need.
Right.
And Titans, I think we beat the Titans as well. That's not gonna be easy because they want to stop our playoff hopes. We did that to them, but. We beat the Bucks today. I think we win out in this conversation as far as playoff is null and void. But Texans got a tough one today too against the Browns.
Yep.
Now we need the Texans or the Colts to basically win out if we were to lose
a game.
Yes.
Right.
And one of those teams can't because they have to play each other. So for me, the way it's looking, I think we win out. I think we do make the playoffs. Jaguars will be in the playoffs.
My heart wants the Jaguars in the playoffs because I would like to have a home game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that was nice. The last time we had a home game here, what was that?
Chargers.
Yeah, I mean that was nice. So it'd be nice if they make the playoffs. I just hate limping into the playoffs. And I know people will say, anything can happen. You just got to make the dance. I don't know. With us, I don't know. So I'll just be happy, if they win games and make the playoffs, that'll be great. But I'm not that optimistic as Kyilan is.
This is the current standings for the AFC South. Jaguars are tied, but we still have tiebreakers. So I'm very optimistic we still make the playoffs. My dad is not. Yeah, we got to make, for this franchise, we made the playoffs 2 years in a row. that would just mean a lot for the franchise. And then, like you said, we can talk about it down the line. But you want to talk stadium deals and all this. If you want to build Jacksonville, build the brand that comes with winning games. So I think it will mean a lot for the franchise. We make the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah. And this was our first podcast, and there's going to be more to come down the line. I'm Trent.
And I am Kyilan. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you to my dad for coming on. This is our first daddy-daughter podcast. And remember, make sure everything done before you try to have fun.